All right, we are recording now. So I guess before we get real started with it, questions?
No. I read your email with the link, and yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with all of it. The my only struggle is being consistent with this. And it takes a little bit of effort to do it. Now, I wanted to ask you, I don't know if it makes a difference or not. I really enjoy doing this, in the mornings. It's a really nice way of getting the day started.
Yes.
What is your opinion on doing something similar? Maybe not quite as intense, but something similar before going to bed. What's your opinion on that? Is that advisable or not?
I think it is, yes. Some of my teachers have said twice a day is optimum. Kind of same thing with meditation and things. But I would do, like if it's just before bedtime, just doing some of the easy stretches and movements, just to center, balance, the deep breathing. Nothing that really energizes as much, but more that just kind of harmonizes would be fine and shouldn't, wouldn't affect you with then going to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, because, I have heard some experts say, exercise before bed is not good for your quality of your sleep. So I don't know, but this is a little bit different. I mean, we're not lifting weights or anything like that.
Right.
We're trying to kind of calm everything down and, get your body ready for sleep. So yeah, I was just curious what you thought about it.
Yeah, there is, like I said, if you're doing, something that's aerobic or strength training just before you go to bed, you're going to raise your whole energy level. You're going to find it's going to impact the quality of your sleep. This being more calming and centering, the deep breaths, it's energizing, but in a vibrantly peaceful kind of way. And so it really should not affect your sleep. But you can also experiment with it. People have different sensitivities to it. There's a hard Qigong where we're kind of like using almost isometric exercises and kind of tensing. That I wouldn't do. And there's some breathing techniques, reverse abdominal tends to energize the system more. Those I wouldn't do just before bed. I'll do those in the evening time, especially if I feel like I need some, energy, and coffee's too much of a investment, in my sleep later on. But yeah, just anything like this will just be nice and calming. You're activating that vagus nerve, you're creating that, your link with the parasympathetic nervous system. So it becomes something that you can then just use to calm down and center. Part of what I wanted to bring out today and just kind of remind, as everybody kind of goes through their personal journey with this and their personal practice, during class, I'm doing things according to, my breathing, but I want to make sure, that on your personal practice, everything is done timed to your own breath. It's your journey. It's your practice. And really focusing on, relaxation, deep relaxation. The deeper you go with relaxation and awareness, the more you'll feel areas where you can relax even more. So they begin to compound, and then really focus on feeling your body, feeling the energy, wanting to feel deeply into it. And the more that you're able to do that, the more you'll harness that energy, become more aware of it, and then be able to harness it. Because it is that relaxation and deep awareness, that intentional awareness to really try and feel into the movements, kind of feel like I'm really expanding my joints, my elbow, my wrist. I'm really sinking into this. I want to feel this flow. I want to feel that energy resonating. It's the more you concentrate, the more that you focus, the more that your present moment awareness, it will enable you to feel all of that deeper, to progress. And the benefits will become, even more profound the more that you do that. But it's a journey. That's part of it is, how do we get there? When we first get started, we're just kind of going, okay, feels nice, Then all of a sudden you kind of go, okay, I'm feeling really centered and calm. And then it just begins to build. So since, I always kind of say 60% of this is mind, heart, and intent. So really use that to really try and feel deeply into your body for areas of tension, and your mind, because it's the more that you resist in your mind with this, the more that you have tensions, the more you're going to feel that in your body. The less, the more that you relax, you're going to feel that relaxation in your body. And that will allow you to feel that energy and really kind of tap into feeling where you are and how the body moves. It's not dissimilar to a lot of like dance, and you have this mind body. I was thinking about that the other day. I was watching some dancers, and you kind of just, there's a lot of things that are very similar, that are not dissimilar in what we do. The biggest thing is going to come down with intent. Is why are we doing this? What is our outcome? We want to feel that harmonizing of our energy of mind, body, spirit, all working together, and that takes that intention and focus, relaxation, and just really feeling into the movements. So, all right, my coffee's out of the way. We'll get it. All right, so you can see everything. Cool. All right, let's just do feet together. One hand over the other at the lower dantian. Deep breathing. Expand outward. Try and push then down and out and feel the rib cage expand. Breathe deeply enough. You get to the chest, and then reverse that. Empty your chest, ribs, abdomen. Soften the knees so they're not rigid. If you tuck your tailbone, just kind of drop it in a little bit. One more good breath. Hands down to the side. Now with this, knees bent, tailbone dropped, hands out to the side. You can either have back of palms facing out, or you can do side to side. But I just want to just stand. It's called Wuji. I'm just kind of standing. I have a little bit of space in here between the, say, armpits, so I just want to stand. And when I stand, I'm going to breathe into lower dantian. Condense. On the exhale, kind of condense this ball of energy. Visualize as I inhale, bringing that energy down the front, lower dantian, circling ball of energy. And then on the exhale, just condense that energy even more. And then just feel yourself. Just absorb that energy. All right, loosen up. Yeah, I get so focused on my own center and harmony, it becomes difficult to talk. All right. But right now, just let your fingers glide through the air. Extend your thumb, little finger. So you kind of have that conclave in your palms that are light. Now begin to tap the form of your abdomen and your lumbar, lower back. Check yourself for any tension and relax it, let it go. Now come up and hit the long one spot. One more time, then bring the hands down, just let them float. Stop rotation. Feet about shoulder width apart. Bring the hands up center line. Roll out and kind of spiral the hands out so you're off to the side. Pull your scapulus, your shoulder blades together. Inhale. And then exhale, drop your tailbone, collapse your chest, roll your forearms together, meeting at the elbows for the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Called spinal cord breathing. As you come through, your chest collapses. When you first get started with this, I always felt this real stretch of muscles that right along the spine, kind of opening the spine. That's kind of what you want to feel. Eventually it'll loosen up so you don't feel that quite as profoundly. And if you want, as you inhale, imagine leaning energy up your spine from your tailbone up the top of your head. And then just imagine condensing it and then at your forehead. Breathe in. Energy up the spine. Breathe out. Focus on the third eye. One more time. All right. Bring hands down. Very good. Just let them float up. Feel energy resonating. Palms, concave position. Palms should be, I like using this. I said I always keep mentioning this concave position. I like using this pretty much throughout my Qigong moves. All right, feet a little farther than shoulder width. Press. But exhale as you come forward and spiral the palms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now the exhale, feel like your personal practice, feel as you push through from the shoulder joint, push through the elbow, the wrist, the fingers, the palm. Imagine that energy just going through you to the wall. Just feel that energy scoop, press, and sending it from my center, through my arms, out through my palm, into the distance, and focus if I wanted to feel like a ball. Look over my other shoulder, help with the stretch. Help soften the spine. One more. There you go. Then up to chest, back down. I'm resonating with energy in my body. My mind's leading it up my front and back down again. Lower dantian, up to abdomen, solar plex, heart, solar plex, lower dantian. One more time. Now, step out a little bit farther. We're going to come up. As you get to the top of your head, turn the palms over, press back, but also bend back so you stretch the front. Inhale, exhale, palms out. Elbows are not locked, but extended. Keep the knees bent. Feel the tension in your lower back and relax it. Breathe out on the way down. Bend your knees, roll your back up. One more time. Walk it in. Come back. Now, split heaven and earth. So one hand going to spiral down. So your thumb is by your abdomen. You want to feel a little bit of a gentle torque here. Same thing as I spiral up. And this one, the inhale comes on the stretch out. Exhale. Inhale. I can lean a little bit and push this hip out, feel the stretch. One more time. Come back. There we go. Yeah, just we have a little bit. Looks like we have a little bit of delay on our feet, so just continue to do what you're, finish your move, and then move to the next one. All right. With this, just kind of bounce a little bit. shake, relax everything. Bring it back down. Like this. Spread your palms out. Bring them together. Bend the knees. Come up and out. So here, I'm going to spiral my hands out. My little finger is going to point towards the ceiling, so I should feel this stretch. It's actually one I do to get to my scapula as well. Wiggle the little thumbs, and then come down, bend at the waist, bring it back up. We're working on lungs, and the meridian of the lungs ends in the thumb. Come back again. And this time, come up, come down, spread out, back up the center, expand, over, bend the knees, come up, bring it down the front, expand out, come back up, come up your center line, even all the time I'm doing this, I'm kind of gently, intentionally spreading out, pushing from my shoulders through the joints, feeling deeply into the movement. And so one more time. Come up, let them float up, float down. Just resonate with the energy. Feel deeply into your body. Both hands up, come down. To get to the center. Inhale. I exhale, I'm going to push out. In this case, I'm pushing out with my left. My right hand's pulling back. I look over my shoulder. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if you want, when you get to the apex of this movement, and I'm pushing with my mind and my intent, energy through my palm, I can roll my wrist, coil, say I'm going to the outside, coming to the top, settling down, pull back, and push. So coil the outside, come up, turn. So then I go top to bottom, and then I press out again a little bit more. And all this is done very slowly so that you feel every movement and the energy it takes to create those movements. And still feeling where you had tension in your body and releasing that tension. One more time. Bring it to center. Come down. Up. Float them back down. This time full, so bend the knees. As you come up, tuck your tailbone in. Feel that rolling up your spine. Try and feel as many of the vertebrae as possible. Raise your hands up. If you get above the head, press your palms towards the ceiling. Turn them over. And on the exhale, bring them down the front. Feel your body resonating with it. Inhale. If you want, you can always pause at the top for a few seconds and at the bottom. Turn it over. Exhale. Last one. Now, put your right hand back on your lumbar. Turn to your right. And your left hand, just let it guide. Palm up. Look at your palm. Let it come across. As you finish this rotation, your feet are still forward. Lift up. Look at the palm. Connect with your palm. Now I want you to turn it over. I think you can see. So I went from palm down, turn it over with a torque, doing that spiraling palm. So I should feel a nice torque and stretch through the tendons here as well as into the fascia. Now, coil, lead with the elbow. And you can see my body is turned, it's all following. Then I come back to center, let it float down. I can repeat the other side. There's a stretch that I have coming here, and I'm stretching through my wrist, top of my hand. And then I'm going to turn it over. Feel that torque. Feel the energy in my body. Lead with the elbow. Drop it a little bit. Come in front. Come back to center. Drop it straight down. Other side. Again. Once you get accustomed to the movement, then you don't think about it with your conscious mind. You're feeling and being at one with the movement, focused. I'm moving that energy around, feeling my body move. My mind leads chi. Mind leads the energy. Remember, you're not trying to get anywhere. You're already spirit. You're already whole. We're harmonizing spirit, mind, and body. Last one. Float the hands up. Float the hands down. All right, bend the knees slightly, come up off the side. There you go. And that's index finger and thumb. So this is the inhale. Roll them in. Exhale, turn your hands over. Exhale. Inhale. You're going to collapse the chest a little bit. You're bringing your elbows and forearms almost all the way together. Spread. Once you tuck your tailbone in, collapse your chest, as you begin to unwind that, once again, feel that through the base of your spine to the top of your spine. Bring the hands down. Now raise them up into standing meditation. Just absorb. All right. Bring that down. Excuse me. Right hand, lumbar. Left hand is going to scoop up, roll over, press outward. I come down, scoop, so you're going to bend at the waist. If you're scooping, really extending, coming across. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, don't bend at the waist. Good coil in the wrist. Bring it just right by mid-level. Come up. So inhale. Deep diaphragmatic breathing. Exhale. Feel every joint in your body being nice and loose, no tension. One more time. Real tight circle. 2 fingers extended out, the 2 fingers down just below your navel. Stand and absorb. Your right hand should still be behind you in your lumbar. All right. Left hand goes back behind. Right hand, bend at the waist, scoop down. Inhale. Exhale. We're activating kidneys, kidney meridians, kidney organs. One more for the deep bend. Now bring it up just to the waist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Feel your body resonating with energy in the move. Relax and feel deeply into the genesis of the movement, what makes your body move, leading your energy. Now, nice short coil, nice deep, 2 fingers extended. Stand and absorb. One more deep breath. Float the hands up. Heart, solar plex, lower dantian, lower dantian, solar plex, heart. One more time. Hands float out. Backs of palm come together. I move my knees in, collapsing everything down towards the center, and then pull energy up, keeping my shoulders down. I get to shoulder height, and I roll out. Working kidneys. We haven't talked in this session about colors and sounds. I introduced a few new moves, so I want to focus on those. And down. Inhale, I'm pulling energy up through my system. Exhale, letting it go. When I stand, I'm also feeling my energy, feeling as if I'm about 2 to 4 feet into the earth. One more time. Excellent. Now, standing position for this is going to bear holds ball and back. The shoulders are dropped, elbows are rotated out, the palms are back behind me, same as we did in the front, just in the back. The palms kind of moved up a little bit, angled towards my lumbar. Relax the shoulders, keeping them down. Tuck the chin in just a little bit. Imagine you've got a string coming from the top of your head, being suspended by the ceiling, so you feel this little elongation in the spine as well. All right, back to center. Put the hands up, down. Everything loose and energized. All right, feet just a little farther than shoulder width. We're going to now work on liver. So we're going to come up, we're going to bend, resonate, bring our hands up the side, resonate. Feel energy from your palm to your head. Arm over. Breathe out. Inhale. Feel that energy. Turn your palms over. Exhale. Other side. Really begin to feel this in your body. Feel it with your mind, with your heart. Any random or errant thoughts, or simply just let go. Don't get mad at them, just let them go. One more. Bring the hands down in front. Walk the feet in a little bit. 2 feet are directly under you. And pull the toes in. You're going to activate kidney 1 right at there, that spot right at the ball of your foot. Just stand and absorb. All right. Lift the hands up. Lift the hands down. All right. Left hand heart level. Right hand is out. Body hands. This begins to work the heart fire. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Okay. Bring the hands up. Press out. Right through the heart. Elbows up. Swing around behind you. Scoop. Come down. Lift up. Cascade that energy down in front of you. Spread the hands out. Up. Forward. Out. Behind. Down. And scoop. Cascade. Spread. It's the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In this case, I'm inhaling through my nose, exhaling out my mouth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Out, up, circle around, come down, scoop up, lift up, cascade down, spread out. One more time. Bring the hands together, hold them in front of you. Now begin to turn the ball. Imagine you've got your ball of energy. Pulse it a little bit. You want to feel this connection between your palms. You do what you feel is necessary to feel that ball of energy. You feel either tingling in the palm or that sensation in your mind. For some people, they need to make it very small, and then you pulse till it's larger. Don't pulse your hands. Don't spread your hands farther than what you feel the ball of energy can be, but you want to feel this connection. play with that energy. Very connected. All right, bring it down to a close. Then I want you to stand at heart height, shoulders down, relaxed but intentionally spreading through the joints, extending the tendons and ligaments through intention more than force. With an energy extending out through my palms and my heart. Deep breath. Down. Put the hands up. Resonate. Put your mind in your palm of your hands, or over time, you just feel your whole body resonate together. Now we'll go into earth element, stomach and spleen. So with this, inhale, exhale. Spread out. Push your hips back a little bit. You come around. Exhale, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now I want you to keep one hand lower dantian and keep your focus there. But then go into the Min Zen. One hand. This may take a little bit of practice, but I want you to feel the unification of moving the left hand with your dantian. I want to feel as if it's my lower dantian that is actually originating this move. Switch to the other hand. Left hand now goes dantian. Right hand comes out. Palm almost always facing towards up as much as possible. The focus is on harmonizing, combining lower dantian moves, movement of the arm and the body. Breathe into it. One more time. Come down. Both hands over lower dantian. Stand and absorb. Keep your right hand lower dantian, your left hand. Now we'll just do the same thing we did double-handed, except we'll do it with just one hand. So I'm going to breathe in, then exhale. One hand replaces, Right hand goes out. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Everything is timed to the breath, so it seems to slow down perfectly fine. It's your practice, times with your movement and your breath. One more time. Then just stand, bear holds ball. Now we'll do 2 standing meditations with this. Switch, so your palms are down, forearms in front of you. Bend your knees a little bit. As always, your tailbone is slightly tucked in. You want your spine to be nice and relaxed, chin tucked in. Imagine flying from the ball of your head to the ceiling. When I'm here, my elbows are to my side. I feel them touching my side. I'm going to turn my hands a little bit toward my fingers towards the floor at an angle, kind of down around whatever this is, 20, 30%. And then just stand and absorb. So you can see my fingers kind of down. I'm breathing in through my palms, the ball of my foot, directing that energy back. So into my body, into my lower dantian, and back out again. I can sink on the exhale, I can sink my energy about 4 to 5 feet into the ground. The deeper that you can imagine it going, the better. Everything is energy, just vibrating at different speeds. We go from spirit to soul to body, from spirit to energy to physical. All right, come down, hands in front, flip them up, back down. Now triple warmer, up, gather, really feel a nice stretch. Palms, feel your energy cascading. Feel crown chakra, third eye, throat, heart, solar plex, sacral root. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Feet together. Hands over lower dantian. Stand and absorb. And yes, if you feel your body sway, just let it sway. Don't fall over. But be relaxed and feel the energy in your body. Just absorb and feel. You created this. You are now more aware and harmony with the energy that's already in your body. It's all part of you. You feel tension in your body, let it go. Feel tension in your shoulders, your scapula, neck, let it go. You may feel it in your legs, your quads, your glutes, just let it go. All right. Step out. Just stand for a second. Knees are not locked, they're slightly bent. Hands are just out, still just absorbing. And we're done. Well, that felt good. How you doing?
Oh, I can't tell you how much I enjoy these sessions. I really, really do. You know, the tingling sensation is starting to actually become somewhat pleasant.
Good.
Before, honestly, I didn't know, what that was, whether it was whatever it was. It was a foreign sensation, right? But it's becoming very, very pleasant when I feel it. And yeah, I can't tell you how much I enjoy these, buddy. I really appreciate your time and doing this on your own time.
Yeah. Happy to do it. I get so much out of it, and want to share it with you guys, with everybody. There's tingling sensations you feel. It's funny when you go back through and you read, and I've learned over many years everybody likes to intellectualize because they're trying to explain what they feel and what they see and what's going on. And the more you get away from base practice and just experience, the more intellectual it gets, but the farther removed it is. And so I go back and I read, I study, and I research, and I'm going back through the stuff, that was written in the 1200s and the 1500s, and a lot of the experience was an oral tradition, so a lot of this wasn't in writing. So when it did come down to writing, you have these very flowery terms about everything. It was an oral; it was there to help, lock in and visualize what it was. But you kind of read this, you kind of go, it's very complicated, when really what we're doing is breathing and becoming aware of who we are, letting go all the thoughts and the things that distract us from our original being, original face, and then just feeling that. And once we lock in and we start to become more aware, which is a lot of that tingling, the deeper you become more aware, you'll begin to feel it. And it'll, I always feel it in my palms. I will feel it through my arms and back, and I feel it up and down my spine nowadays, but also through my feet. And it's just this interesting, vibrantly peaceful, but very energized. And I say vibrantly peaceful because I was writing one day and I was kind of like, well, how can I explain this? Because it's not a manic feeling. There you're vibrant, but there's nothing peaceful about it. But this has all the energy to it, all the liveliness to it, but yet it comes from a place of peace and harmony. And then we take that out into the world, and whenever we do this for the 20 minutes, 30 minutes, hour that we do this, if I do it every day, even if it's just an 18, 20-minute time, then it rejuvenates your mind, your body. It takes you farther into your awareness, into letting your spirit, lead and control in your life, as opposed to always just with what the mind. So it becomes something that's very transformative over time. So I enjoy it.
Yeah, I stopped trying to figure out what it is, and I feel it in my palm of my hands and my fingertips mostly, and sometimes with certain exercises in my spine and in the back, um, but I stopped overthinking it. I'm
Yeah,
like, you know what, you just go with it. It is what it is,
exactly.
and it's like I said, it's turned into a pretty pleasant thing
Good.
when I do it. I really enjoy this. I I want to tell you that I had I struggle a little bit being in sync with you with my breathing.
Hmm.
Um, but again, I try not to force it. It is what it is. Sometimes the inhaling and the exhaling is not exactly in sync with you. Sometimes it's even the opposite. But breathing is breathing. So I just kind of go with it and try not to worry about keeping up with you, because I think when I do that, I start to um, I lose. I try to be quick with the movements, and I think that kind of loses its
Right.
effectiveness that way. So
It does, and that's why I always trying to emphasize that it's your own, on your own practice. You always time all the movements with your own intent, your own breath, the own movement of your body. When we have these sessions, it's kind of a place to check in, learn new things. Let's talk. Let's kind of go through it. But it's not going to be the same because I'm going according to my breath, uh, and sometimes that can change. Like I said, my exhale. Today I noticed, I could empty out all my air through my exhale, and then the inhale I would just take a little bit slower. Um, I'm going to do it for what I feel in this moment, um, and that's why I just, yes, you follow along, but then take what we do, and then in your personal practice, it's just all you. You time everything to your own breath, your own movement, your own intent.
yep, yes,
Cool.
sir.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to stop the recording. And recording is